we're all trying to create a new reality for ourselves. In many senses, that's the whole goal here. Whether you're trying to achieve financial freedom, location independence, time freedom so you can spend time with your kids, you're ultimately trying to create another life. If you've got a commuter lifestyle right now and you deserve a work from home lifestyle, that's where you're headed. If you're already working online and your business is consuming 60, 70, 80 hours of your life per week, and you want a business that creates or requires 12 to 20 hours per week, that's what you're trying to create. And we all have total control over where our life goes, even if sometimes it feels like life is happening to us and at us. That is often kind of a result of not thinking about this kind of stuff and not doing these kinds of exercise. Our life is built based on the beliefs we hold, the decisions we make, the choices we make, and the actions we take. Every decision we make in our life is a small kind of pebble in the pond that ripples out to be the lifestyle we are all living. We are all living lifestyles of our creation right now. So if this is all true, then that begs the question, well, how do I change my lifestyle, right? If I want a new lifestyle, how do I change? And obviously, this channel is full of nuts and bolts, tactical information, how to build a funnel, how to grow an email list, how to communicate with the email list, how to do affiliate marketing, how to do Facebook pay-per-click, yada, yada, yada. So with all of the how-to information out there, why is everyone watching these videos not ultimately successful to their biggest definition of success yet? It's because of this stuff. It's the mindset stuff. It's the focus. It's the attention. And that's where this kind of example of a exercise that I'm going to give you comes into play. Because ultimately, we need to design our lives. We need to get really creative, and we need to get our subconscious mind working on aligning us with the people, the tools, the resources, the synchronicities, the coincidences, all of those little things that ultimately add up to that lifestyle business, right? We got to get our subconscious mind working on it. And if we're simply spending all of our time learning logically how to do funnels, how to do pay-per-click, logic, we're going to be missing a big part of it. The subconscious mind is incredibly powerful. In the Psycho-Cybernetics book, I believe his name is Maxwell Maltz, stated that the subconscious mind is a lot like the thermostat on a wall. When you set your thermostat for your heater or your furnace or whatever, or your air conditioner on your wall, when you set that to a certain temperature, what's going to happen is when the room goes beyond that temperature, it's going to turn on and bring the room back up to that temperature. So if it's wintertime, it's cold outside, and you set your temperature to 72 degrees or 20 C if you're in a C-based community, right? And it dips down to 65 degrees, or I'm getting out of my comfort zone, maybe 17 degrees C, the heater will kick on, it will warm up the room, and it will automatically do that. And this is what our subconscious mind does. And that's what this idea is, and that's kind of what I'm trying to help you understand here, is we need to implant the idea and vision for our kind of perfect dream life in our subconscious mind. And what happens is our subconscious mind begins to go out and work for us and try to align the right things, the opportunities, the ideas, the inspiration, the intuitive thoughts, the synchronicities, etc. I'm telling you, this stuff works. Don't take my word for it. This is not something that's totally new agey and spiritual. I know a lot of internet marketers. Frank Kern is one of them. If you watch his Core Influence talk, he explains how this exact process and procedure worked for him many, many, many years ago. I'm doing this yet again in my life with this new kind of experience I'm on with this road trip and this big adventure of being a nomad. And really, this stuff works whether you believe in the metaphysics or not. So it's important for you to realize that this is proven, right? This is not kind of a theory. And here's the exercise. Are you ready? The goal, you need to take out a real pen. No typing this one up, right? You need a real pen. I'll maybe let you go pencil, but I'd rather not be able to erase it. So pen or pencil and a physical piece of paper or a notepad. I always pretty much have at least one or two journals around me. I generally have one journal that I take my high-level notes from courses I'm going through. I generally have another one that I scribble ideas and I get really creative, no lines, very abstract, and it could be everything from a thoughts and ideas and journaling to get things out of my head to kind of to ground myself, or I can lay out to-do lists, etc. I don't really care how you go about what kind of paper. It could be just a piece of paper. It could be the back of a shipping invoice from Amazon, whatever it is, pen and paper. And here is the job. Here's the task, right? Write out in extreme detail what your perfect day is going to be like. I mean, extreme detail, every step. What time are you waking up? How are you waking up? What does that bed feel like that you're waking up in? Are you with someone in that bed? What is your view? Is it natural lighting? Where are you? Do you like blackout sleeping? Right, do you black out all the curtains? Do you sleep with the windows open and get up with the sunrise? I don't know. Then write out that perfect day. What is your morning routine? You sit up. Do you go meditate for 10 minutes? Do you meditate for 20 minutes? Do you sit there and express gratitude for all of the things in your life while sitting on the bed for 5 minutes? Then I'm guessing you probably go towards your toothbrush, right? Then after that, do you have a coffee ritual? Are you a bulletproof person? Are you an AeroPress person? Do you do tea? What do you do? What is that setting like? What does the kitchen look like? Do you have granite countertops? Do you have quartz countertops? What is this kitchen? Is it an open floor plan? Do you then go outside on your back patio? What's the view like from out there? Write out your day in as much detail as you possibly can, right? And keep this within the parameters of your life. If you've got kids, integrate your kids into this story. How do they work within this story? Are you up before them for an hour? You take care, have your morning ritual, you get an hour of work done, then you spend time with your kids, right? Write it all out. And here's one of the more important things is include your workday, right? And if you're new to affiliate marketing, if you're new to information business, running a membership, etc., be sure you include what at least you think is going to be required from you to build this business. Odds are, if you need some help with this side, you're going to be creating a great piece of content, whether that's one new video every day or whether that's a blog post that you put out. You're going to be creating a new piece of content, and you're probably going to be emailing your list, right? So you're going to log in on your laptop or your desktop. You're going to go to your email service provider, whether it's Aweber or whatever. You're going to log in. You're going to send a broadcast list out to your subscribers. Then you're probably going to push out at least one thing to social media, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or all three of them, a little bit of Pinterest, doing a little pinning, right? Whatever fits your style, include that in your write-up of your perfect day. But be sure this perfect day has a lot of you time also. Are you into yoga? Do you walk to your local yoga studio because you've got a condo downtown? Is that your perfect lifestyle? Or are you more kind of wanting to be out in something like this on a couple of acres outside of town with that peace and quiet so you can sit outside with your thoughts and your coffee and your journal, and you journal for 30 minutes every morning? I don't know what that is. Get really specific. What do you eat for lunch that day, right? Are you eating healthy vegetarian items? Are you doing something like Thistle or HelloFresh? Are you going out to eat and meeting with friends? If you're into network marketing, if you're in real estate, or if you're selling services, maybe that lunch hour is when you're taking a new business prospect or a local business owner or somebody you're just building a relationship with. Maybe you go out to eat with someone new every single day at a cool place. Maybe you do coffee meetings. Maybe you prefer to get in your car and go work from a coffee shop as your office. Make it your day, right? There's going to be certain things you're going to need to always do within your business. You're going to check on your numbers and see how you're going. You're going to need to publish content. You might need to create new ads. You might do a new ad set, right? You're going to need to push things forward because that never, ever, ever goes away, to be perfectly honest with you. Then you're going to need to take care of yourself, right? Your health. What are you eating? What are you doing physically? Are you going for long walks every day? What are you doing to take care of your health? Your mind, body, and spirit all come into that. So if you're meditating, journaling, taking some you time, you have a gratitude practice in the morning, whatever that is for you. Then your afternoons, right? You taking an afternoon nap? Are you doing a meditation in the afternoon? What does your afternoon look like? Is that when you exercise? Write it out and make it perfect for you. And remember, don't limit yourself right now to your current environment. If you're in an apartment in a city that you don't want to be in, great. Write about where you want to be. Do you want to be living a block or two from the beach in San Diego and you want to be able to walk down and get your toes on the sand every day and do an hour beach walk every afternoon? Perfect. Write that out. This is your opportunity to truly design your life the way you want. If you don't know exactly how to write it up, that's fine. Keep the pen moving. Write, write, write. You never have to let anyone read this. And honestly, I probably would recommend you don't have anyone read this, because this is really for you. If you feel like when you're done, you want to tear these out and shred them or burn them and send them off into the world, into the ether, do it. If you want to keep them in a separate journal and do this practice every single day to see how this grows and evolves, do it. Because what you'll find out is what you think on day one when you do this practice, what you think is your perfect life, that's going to get tweaked as you continue to grow your business, as your family continues to grow, as your love relationships continue to grow, as your dreams, hopes, goals, and desires continue to grow, as your income continues to grow. I know a lot of people who are focused on making 10 grand a month or 100 grand a year. Be honest with you, in this kind of time we live in, that ain't that much money anymore. Once taxes are out and retirement accounts are out and the cost of goods sold and the cost of all your expenses for your business, you're not left with all that much. So maybe you start at that level because that's what you've been thinking for a while. You've got that built up in vibrational escrow, but maybe you graduate to a $25,000 a month vision, right? And now you're spending 5 grand a month on an apartment or condo, and what kind of car do you drive? So the goal of this exercise and this idea is to really help you tune into kind of some of these intangible powers of your subconscious mind. The power of the fact that you have the potential to create your reality. And it's not until we focus ourselves on a target that we have any chance to hit said target. Now, you can always change your target, right? This isn't set in stone. You're not going to do this once and like, oh no, what if I mess it up and I write it down the way I don't want it? Whatever, that's fine. Like, just get it going. Try to habituate this process and do it more than once, right? If you do it once and then you just blaze forward and you hold that vision, you nailed it, great. But if this is something you want to revisit every week, great. I also find really, really powerful to have a gratitude journal or to include gratitude for what we have. I don't want this to be the kind of an exercise that makes you feel like you're in a position of lack. It's designed to make you feel abundant. It's designed to make you feel how excited and passionate you're going to be about this life that you're working towards, because that makes all of the energy you're putting in right now in your business, the videos, the marketing, the funnels, kind of pushing through the unknown, getting out of your comfort zone to create new ad sets and to start to play this conversion optimization game that's a little awkward at first. You'll have a little bit extra motivation because you're going to have a guiding light of what you're going towards as you put in this energy. There's a reason why, right? There's a why behind it, and you're painting that picture of your why through one day. And that's the goal. Write it all the way out. What do you have for dinner? Who are you having dinner with? What is the table you're having dinner with? Who cooked it? Did you cook it? Do you have a nutritionist come in and cook it? What does the kitchen look like? Are you eating out on your back patio? Get specific. What are you drinking with it? Are you having sparkling water, soda water, whatever you're doing? Like, right? Paint the picture. What's your evening ritual like? Do you sit and watch TV in the evenings? Do you read a book by a fire in the evenings? Do you go out with friends in the evenings? Write it out and then close it up with going to bed that night and spend some time. And if it takes you writing 10 to 12 pages, write it. Get it out. At least give yourself that 10, 20, 30 minute, whatever hour if you need it. Give yourself some time to dream. It's so important to dream. And here's the thing, your subconscious mind is absolutely a target achieving, a goal achieving mechanism. That is why we have subconscious minds. If you've ever been thinking about a problem, can't figure it out, you're out on a walk or you're in the shower, I know it happens to a lot of you in the shower, I see it in the comments, right? And all of a sudden, boom, like, oh my God, that's how I fix that thing. There it is, right? A problem you couldn't solve for days and days and days, and all of a sudden it just, boom, out of nowhere, you just get hit like a ton of bricks with the, aha, that's my next step. That's your subconscious mind, right? And what happens is through those days of mulling over the challenge and trying to figure it out and like, I don't get it, how's that work? And then you let go of it, you move on to something else. And then when it strikes you with that flash of inspiration or intuition, that is your subconscious mind delivering you a synthesized idea, because your subconscious mind every night when you're sleeping, all day during the day, in the background, it's running. It's like it's like a total series of programs running in the background of a computer, crunching ideas, crunching possibilities to come up and align with ones that fit with your goals, your life, etc. So we need to make sure we're impressing upon our subconscious mind the vision of that which we want to create, because that is how you create a new reality. That is one of the big things on how you design a life. For my wife and I, the life that we're designing gives us free time to meditate every morning. We're in a new location on a very, very, very consistent basis. Right now, we're road tripping. We're spending more time in nature than we are indoors. That's our goal. That's our dream. We're still putting out our videos. We're still putting out our emails. We're still giving of ourselves, being of service. We meditate every single afternoon. We cook healthy food. We're cooking food with the sun because we got this new solar oven. That's been a vision of ours for a long time. Finally found one that's really cool and it actually works. Maybe I'll do a video on it. Total tangent there. But these are the kinds of things, right? Like a solar oven. Like, you probably don't care about solar ovens. I do. I've bought several solar ovens and I've tried solar cooking for like literally 4 or 5 years, and finally we got one that's like awesome. That's our vision. This is what we love. It excites us. It makes us feel happy and excited and fun to go through the process of cooking when we're cooking with the sun. Whatever it is for you, figure that out for you. Maybe you like hot rods and you want to be able to go out and spend an hour or two a night working on your hot rod, doing the body work if you're a body work person, actually rebuilding the engine if you want to get in and start changing rod bearings and main bearings and adding new camshafts with big old lopes and whatever that is for you. You got to envision it for yourself. Then you got to write it out. Literally, pen, pencil, on paper. Magic happens when we get it out of here. And if you're like, well, Miles, I know, I think about it all the time. Great, write it down. That is when the magic happens. That is the first moment of creation. It goes from being a thought vibration, and thoughts are real things. I get it. I truly get it. I believe it. We can measure them. Thoughts are vibration. Thoughts are wavelengths. I get that. But what I'm saying is, when you write that down as pen on paper and you get really specific about what you're doing, the things you're doing during the day, that is the magic. Don't get hung up on how much you're going to make and the numbers and the subscribers. Let all that stuff go. Visualize and see what the lifestyle is going to be, right? The rooms you're in, when you wake up, what time of day, where's the sun at, what do you do, how much time do you have for yourself, do you go to yoga, do you ride your bike downtown, do you walk downtown, where's your location, are you in a urban live work area in a hipster neighborhood with coffee shops and organic cafes, like whatever it is, get really specific and dream the dream you want to experience. Because here's what happens, and this is amazing, this kind of stuff lines up. I'm telling you, things have a way of working themselves out in this world when we get conscious of our vision for ourselves, of our future, and we're willing to put in the work. And the work is being of service to a large group of audience and giving of ourselves, developing our talents and giving of our talents. That's the job we have to do, but we also have to have the vision, right? We have to lay out that vision for our life, or else we're just going to be a part of someone else's vision, right? So you want to be a cog in someone else's wheel, or do you want to create the machine, the gears and everything, and have full freedom of how those are aligned, how they all work together, and how much free time that gives you, and location freedom and financial freedom that gives you and your family? Then get specific about how you want to experience the physical manifestation of that income and that freedom, right? Like, to say I want financial freedom is not enough. What does that mean? What does the house look like? What does the car look like? What kind of meals are you preparing? What are you drinking? What's your back patio look like? Where do you spend your time? And when you get really focused on that stuff, this will build your why, which is that there's a sense of power in your why, right? And I hope if you've got family members, if you got kids, incorporate them big time, because that is how you build that motivation and that why to persevere when you're not feeling like doing video number 49 on a 90-day challenge, but you have that vision, and that vision can drive you, and you're also programming your subconscious mind so it can go align you with the people, the synchronicities, the things, the ideas, the knowledge, the books, all of that. Everything that you need will be able to be aligned, because that's what our subconscious mind is working on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Our subconscious mind never stops. So program it to become a kind of goal-seeking device for the goals you actually want to experience. That's the big idea here. If you've never checked out Frank Kern's Core Influence Talk, you can find it here on YouTube. If I find it, I'll try to put a link. I might have a little thing pop up one of these corners here, but I might not, because I might be uploading this from nature, so give me a little leeway on that. Core Influence Talk. It's Frank Kern. It was a 2-hour speech. I really summed up this part of it. This is exactly what I've done times and times again, but it's a really cool talk. Also, I really hope you take the time to do this for yourself. I want you to live the life of your dreams. And in order to get there, I know that you have to get specific about what that looks like and feels like for you, and then you know you got to do the work, right? You got to put in the work. It takes a lot more work up front. It's this much work when you're getting started for like this kind of reward. I'll be perfectly honest with you, but what happens is you hit this tipping point, and then all of a sudden it's this much work for that much reward. And this lifestyle can be absolutely incredible. I'm living it, I'm sharing it, I'm doing everything I can to help you experience it too. I thank you for your time. I do honor your time. I know I can chit chat and go off on tangents, but I really do appreciate your time. Give me a thumbs up here in YouTube if you enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed being able to connect with you for this time. Leave me a comment if you have any questions about this. If you feel like declaring it out to the world and you just want to lay it down here in a comment, do that. But honestly, be sure you handwrite it out in pen and paper. There's something magic about not just typing it digitally and getting it down analog pen and paper. I thank you again for your time, and I look forward to connecting with you on the next video. Be well.